Won't you join me for a look behind the scenes at this painting, A Goose at the River? Oh yeah. You know, the story of this goose is my inspiration for this painting. He's a bit of a local celebrity. One day I got to hear his actual story, and I did not realize that he had been injured and was released back into the wild. And they released him at the city dock at the Rappahannock River, and he ultimately just stayed and has made that area his home for about 7 years. So in that time, he's just really become a bit of a local celebrity down at the river. And I just felt compelled to study him and capture his likeness and his spirit in this painting. So I did place the famous train bridge in his background, because this is, his home, and the train bridge is probably the most recognized landmark in Fredericksburg, Virginia. As an artist, I'm personally obsessed with this bridge. The way the light hits it at different times of the day really changes its appearance. It can be dark and not great looking, and other times it's just bright and beautiful. The water is frequently murky down in this area, but when you put it all together and you're standing there at the water's edge, it's just an undeniably serene and special place to go visit. And so for that reason, I am constantly creating artworks with this bridge. I just am obsessed with it. So this goose has been affectionately named Gary by the locals, and he seems pretty content to, have this area as his home. I really love the resiliency of him and his story. It just feels very relatable to me. Now, before I started this painting and as I was working on this painting, I was the most nervous about painting the goose's beak. All of those orange right smack in the middle of the painting could really just not look good. And I wanted this to turn out nice, and I wanted it to represent him accurately. So I committed 100% to just capturing this beak with all of its details. And I ultimately ended up with about 15 different shades of oranges. Some of them are a little bit pink, some of them are a little bit yellow. And the varying brush strokes and really paying attention to the details and the shading, I think, helped push this beak back where it belongs, so it's not screaming as the only thing on the canvas. I also did spend quite a bit of time on his white feathers. He is covered in all white feathers, but it would have looked really bad to just make them all white. They're in fact, have all these tones of yellows and blues and greens, and so I incorporated that into the underpainting, and then in the varying shades of whites as I was creating the layers for his feathers. You'll see there's no straight plain white. They're all blue white, yellow white, green white, a little bit of gray. So I'm really, really pleased with how this turned out. I think that Gary would like it, and I love that I'm celebrating, not only just sort of a local hero, but the story of his resiliency, and I hope that you enjoy this painting as much as I enjoyed creating it. Thanks so much. Until next time.